Technology. It's made it easier than ever to improve the look and feel of your smile. Let's welcome Dr. Nick Tawil, the owner of Natural Teeth Implant Center, and Jessie Stump, the patient advocate for us. And welcome to First Coast Living. And you know, that smile's so important. Patients want to look and feel comfortable, but it starts at the office, okay? They want to be comfortable with who they see. And I was almost a patient of yours today with this little tooth thing I've got going on. But let's start with this. How accessible is the surgeon after the procedure, Jessie?
Sure. Well, it's a surgical procedure, so we would want the surgeon to be available. You know, after the procedure, even if everything was done to the T, and a week later, you feel a stitch come out and you're like, oh my gosh, my implant is going to fall out. What are you going to do? I mean, you have to be able to reach the surgical team so they can help you.
It's really literally a phone call away.
Okay, good. You have rushed in and rushed out. You have personable customer service. You're personal, up close. That's what people need, right? Is that your experience?
Correct. Now, we only have one surgeon, one dentist, so you are dealing with the same people over and over.
Very good.
Whenever you need them.
Very good.
Yeah, what I like to say is that when people come on with us, they kind of become part of the team. So they're comfortable calling us. Very
good. So you talk to your patients and try to make the best of it, right? Because sometimes it's not the most comfortable situation we go into when you're in the dentist office, but you all have been very comfortable to be around, so that's a good sign. All right, so let's go. So we know how accessible you are. It's just a phone call away. But what happens if you do not have enough bone to replace implants?
That's actually a really good question. It's been a problem in dentistry for a while. We used to have to grow bone by doing bone grafting, sinus lifts, which is a good procedure, somewhat predictable, but it's time consuming. A typical case will take about 8 months before we can actually use the site for implant placement. And then you can fast forward another 4 months to finish the process. With a new technology, fairly new technology, it's called the zygomatic implant. Zygomatic implant is a longer implant that's attached to the zygomatic arch, the bone, the cheekbone.
Okay. And that right here? Yeah. Okay, I got
absolutely. And that cuts the time. We can immediately place implants right after placement. Okay. We immediately can place the bridge right after the placement of implants.
Very good. Just your knowledge makes me feel better here. Okay, it's a pretty thick subject, right? Because most folks don't know how it goes, and it's nice seeing the model firsthand. So is the procedure safe? And of course, knowing me, is it painful?
It is not painful. You are sedated during the procedure. Okay. And it is very safe, very predictable.
Very good. And what difference does the technology make for patients having full arch implants? What have you seen?
Well, it makes a big difference because you know, a good question to ask while you're looking for an implant provider is if they have a 3D CT scan. Traditionally, in dentist offices, you see a 2D X-ray, but it doesn't give you the true picture of what it would be in order to be able to place the implants precisely.
And we have technology today that's getting us closer and closer to almost robotics in dentistry. Medicine is already ahead of us in that game, but we're getting closer, and we have some technology in the office where it allows us to guide the surgeon to precisely place the implant where it needs to go.
Very good. So that's comforting as well. And thank you both so much for being on First Coast Living. All right.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, we'll keep smiling. And for another look at this subject, head to our website, firstcoastliving.net.